Hello and welcome to Danny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and it's the 1st of September 2025 and this is episode number 84. 1st of September, can you believe? I've just heard on the news, it's the meteorological first day of autumn today. So just heard that on the news. Come on in, come on in, come here. Whoops, got little Minnie here today. Oh, it's Minnie. You want to say hello, Minnie? To say hello, little Minnie. You want to say hello to all our lovely friends? Yeah, she's come to join me today. Having a little sit down, aren't you? Yeah. So it's the first day of autumn meteorologically, and it absolutely has been tipping it down this morning. It's just stopped. So got to go shopping later, so hopefully it'll blow over. Hope you all had a lovely weekend and got lots of crafting done and did what you wanted to do. I had a if you watch my video on Friday, my festive Friday video, I totally forgot to say that it didn't. If you want to join along and do projects and send me what you've done each week or at the end of the 12 weeks, I totally forgot to say it could be any. It doesn't have to be crochet. It could be colouring. It could be diamond art painting or embroidery or a tapestry or knitting. It just could be anything. It doesn't have just. I'm doing crochet, but it doesn't have to be crochet. It can be absolutely anything. So just thought I'd put that out there. I totally forgot to say that. Right, so let's get on with this week's episode, shall we? The first thing, I'll always do this first now in case I forget. The lovely Jane R, because I've got two Janes, but this is Jane R, has sent me. She does these beautiful baby blankets. So let's see if I can show you that. Whoops. Look at that. One of these days I'm going to do a blanket like this. It's the bubbles or popcorns or whatever, but it says sage, cute boy, toys, play, ball, love, cozy and hugs with hearts in between. Isn't that absolutely lovely? The pom-poms on the corner. I know you've done lots of those, Jane, haven't you? Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. She does them so well. Thanks, Jane, for sending the picture in. I always love to see what you've been working on and what you've been making. And for that, she used, it's CBB, CEBEBE, I haven't heard of that one, DK in milky white, and it was a 400-gram ball. And she also used From the Works, which is a shop in the UK. It works. It was DK yarn, a 400-gram ball again, and it was in the colour sea moss. And she used a 4mm hook. So that's what she used for that. Haven't the lovely Mary. Hi, Mary. She popped into the works because apparently they've got the selling yarn now. So I have got a works voucher that I had for my birthday. So our nearest works is you want to get down? You want to get down? Pop you down then. Our nearest works is about 40 or 50 mile away. So I have to, we're quite a little bit remote here, I suppose, where shops are concerned. So, but I will try and go to the works and have a look and see if they've got the yarn there. But I just love the books and everything. I could spend hours in the works. I love it. So that was Jane's picture. Right, what have I been doing? I don't seem to have done an awful lot, really. In my mind, I haven't done anything much. But when I look, I suppose I have. I've done my little Wizard of Oz character, and they take such a long time, although they're quite straightforward to do, I suppose, you know, just arms and legs and things, but whether it's because there's little bits on them, but they just seem to take me ages. So I'll show you that last of all, so you can be wondering what little character I've done. So what shall I show you first? This, I'll show you this first. This is a crochet along that I'm doing with the lovely Natasha. Hi Natasha, from Hooks and Stitches. She's doing this Granny Goes Random. This pattern's from Yarnspirations. It's a free pattern, and they've done it in the Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes in Rainbow and Rainbow Mist. But you know, you could use up your little scraps, couldn't you, and just do random anyway. It's a little bit different because you've got halves and little quarters. So rather than being like squared off, there's sort of half squares. So it's a little bit different in that respect. And the pattern, it's a lovely pattern also because it gives you the charts. So if you'd rather work from a chart, you've got that. And then that you've got, which is quite nice. So if you want to colour in these squares to see what's going where, I thought that was quite nice as well. So I might do that, colour in my squares what I've got so that you know where everything's going. And then you've got the pattern, which is just a really straightforward, easy pattern. But because I'm using, right, let's put that there. I'm using this. This is a Woolcraft New Fashion double knitting by Woolcraft, and you can get this from Toffs, the original factory shop have it. We have stores of those about in the UK, and I think they used to be what used to be the old Woolworths, but they're called Toffs now. So you can get these from there, but they don't have all the colours. Or online, it's called the Little Wool Shop, and they're quite reasonable. They're about £1.48 for a ball, and there's lots of lovely colours. This one's emerald. So I've already showed you, I did 3 of these in the emerald, fawn, and what was that colour? Emerald, fawn, was it just dark brown, I think? Rusty brown. So I'm going to do this 6 in this colourway. So I've done 3 of the total, and then 3 of those. I just have to put the 3 rows of green, because each square is 9 rounds. So I've got 3 of the fawn, 3 of the rusty brown, and 3 of the emerald. So that's what I showed you before. And then this week, I just thought if I just work on it a little bit at a time. I'm actually, although it's a DK, I'm actually using, oh, it's rubbed off a bit, a 5mm hook. And so last week I have done 3 of these, this colourway. So I've got 3 rows of the green. It's going to be for my husband, and he loves, like I said before, sort of earthy, if you go a woodland walk, the colours that you might see all around you is all I can say. Sort of browns and greens and that sort of colour. So I've done 3 of the 2, and then I've done 3 little centres. And this colour green, That's this colour green. This one's called water green. And the little brown bit, that's this one. And this got a nice fleck in it. And this one is called Peat Mist. P-E-A-T Mist. So I'm going to, I thought what I might do, because I've got a lot of this emerald, I'm going to, how I've done 2 rows, 2 colours there and then the green. I think for these I'm going to do the 2 colours and then I'm going to do the dark green on top. So this dark green emerald will be edging all of them. That's what I thought I might do. Not sure if it'll look okay, but my hubby won't mind. I think he'll just like the blanket. I think he'll just like it anyway, so he won't mind. He won't bother too much whether it looks okay or not. He'll just like it anyway, hopefully. So that's that, and then the other thing that I've been doing, just to use up some of the Aldi yarn, I showed you I was doing these just it's just 21 chain, and then you go into the second chain from the hook and do 20 double crochet in US terms, and then do 11 rows. That's all it was. So I did 2, and I've done half of that one the first time I showed you. And I'm using a 6mm hook. No, that's a 5. Yeah, it'll be in my bag somewhere, I expect. And then the next time I showed you, I think last time, I'd done those 4. So I'd got 7 done. Then I thought, well, I'll just do, got a bit of spare time, because I can do these and not really look at it or worry too much about counting rows. I'm using this Aldi So Crafty baby yarn. This colour's blue. They're 100 gram, 95 meters, 100% polyester. It's classed as a super bulky. They recommend a 6mm hook. And you can get, well, I've got 2 out of that, but I probably can get 3. So I'd say you could get 3 squares out of each one. And the squares are measuring 8-inch. So this time I've done another apricot one. I've done a purpley one, another purpley one, and I've done 2 blue ones, and they're nice and soft. So that's what I just managed to do this week. 2, 4, 5. So add them to those. Oh, don't they look nice and colourful? Lovely pastel-y colours. So I've still got some oddments to do, so that'll be a nice. Where did I put those? There's a bag somewhere for those, but they'll be nice when they're all put together. And the next thing, sorry, let me just have a little sip of my coffee. My husband just bought me a drink of coffee, so that's nice. The next thing that I wanted to show you, I'm doing the crochet along with lovely Litsa. Hi Litsa, from Coco's Crochet. She's doing, she's doing a few crochet alongs, but this one is hashtag best dressed 18-inch doll cal 2025. And each month she's got a little spinny wheel where she draws a designer and then a number which represents an item of clothing for that designer. And I've already showed you the little, I haven't got it here with me, no, the little vest for this month. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to catch up on the other months, that because I only started it in about May or June, so I'd missed the first couple. And I think this is February's, not 100% sure, but I think it's February's. Hang on. Ooh. Yes, I'm back. Yes, it was February. This was from February's, and it was, she chose all my crochet, and it's the crochet shell dress. So here is little Belinda, and this was the dress. It's there's two little buttons at the back. These buttons, I have showed them before. They were a little pack from Temu. If you look in the top one there, you can see a little, is it a little Christmas tree? Oh yeah, little, here, there's a little Santa and a Christmas tree. There's little Easter ones, and then there's lovely floral ones. But they weren't very expensive at all. So those are the two buttons I've used, and it was a really nice, easy pattern to do. She said you could have stopped it here and made like a little top, or then you could have carried on and made the little dress, and then the little flower. Just made up that little flower. I think she'd put a bow, but I just made a little flower. And for this I used Yarn Smith's Create Aran, which this is from the Wool Warehouse in the UK. It's their own brand, Yarn Smiths. It's the Create Aran, and this is in cream. And then I used, this colour is Lavender Aran, and I used a she told you to use, I think it was a G hook, which is a 425, but I don't have a 425. I don't have the odd little numbers like that. I'd got 4 or 4.5, so I used a 4mm hook, but I did it quite looser than what I probably normally would. But isn't that lovely, lovely little dress? So catching up with all the little outfits that I'm behind on. The little pink shoes, cute. She came with those. So that's that, little Belinda in a lovely new little dress. So that's that. And the last thing, oh, hang on, where are we? Just a second, where have I put that? Oh dear, it's all organised. Oh dear, I thought I was all organised. Now, the last thing I want to show you is this little supplement. Came from the Crochet Now that's out now, this month's Crochet Now. Exclusively yours with issue 124. And these beautiful, that's Tunisian, that one. That's nice. Lovely, lovely projects. This was like the supplement, like I said. And here's the little Wizard of Oz characters. And Wizard of Oz was really one of my all-time favourites. I loved. I was a little bit scared when I was young of the Wicked Witch of the West. the naughty witch, I call her. I was a little bit scared, I must admit, of her, but I just thought that, you know, the moral of the story and everything. Now, I absolutely loved it. So I've already done Dorothy and Glinda, which are, let's have you here, ladies. So little Dorothy with the little ruby slippers, and Glinda. So those two I've already done. And then, because of doing those, like I said, there's arms and there's legs and there's little bits, and all easy enough to do. But I just thought, I'm just going to have a little bit of a break from arms and legs and things. So I did the lion. Whoops, that's his mane. I should have done him a bit more of a smile, really, but he is like a little cowardly lion, wasn't he? Always a little bit scared. Hang on, how can I sit him? That's his little tail. Let me sit him up so you can see him. So there he is. Well, I was getting my stuff ready this morning to show you what I'd done. And I got him out and I thought, I'm writing up, you know, mustard yellow for the head, body, legs and tail. And I looked, I thought, oh, his tail. I'd made his tail, but I just hadn't sewn it on. So just before making this video, I had to quickly sew his tail on. So we had, cute. Oh, I don't know whether the placings of the legs, well, you crocheted them in actually. So where they are, I'm not sure if I put the back legs on correctly, but I'm not too worried. I put the toe markings on. Too worried, it's just for me anyway. That's why I've used little safety eyes, because I'm just going to keep these myself probably. See, I don't know if that's quite right, but it's okay. I think it's all right. So let me show you what colours I've used. I'm using this Yarn Smith's Create. Like I said, it's the Wool Warehouse's own brand in double knitting, and this is mustard yellow. That was for the head, body, legs and tail. The mane and the tip of his tail is in Vanilla Fudge, and then his muzzle was in Oatmeal, little muzzle. Now, I don't know what's on, honestly. A dark brown is his nose. Now, honestly, I did laugh to myself. I don't know what it is, whether I was just, the nose. When I did the nose, let me show you. Where is he? You see the nose there? It looks quite flat, doesn't it? And then I looked at mine and I thought, well, it's sticking out a bit and it's not flat. And then I couldn't understand it. But when you start doing these, this is the beginning. That shows you all the materials and all the patterns are together. So we start crocheting here. We've got Dorothy. That's all the instructions. Arms, legs, hair, bows. That's all of Dorothy. Then you go on to Toto, which is just there and there. The scarecrow bit goes here, but can you see there's pictures and there's instructions? So although the lion is here, his instructions don't actually start till here. So these instructions are for something else, although he's on that page, so I think that's what threw me. So here's the lion, His was just the nose. So I just thought, oh, that's what I'll do. But when I looked, because I couldn't understand why it wasn't flat, I did the Tin Man's nose. So that's what it was. I thought it was funny sticking out. So the lion's nose was actually on this other page. So I thought I was going a bit nuts for a minute. So actually, that's the Tin Man's nose. It isn't the lot, but I thought, well, I was chatting to Natasha at the time, um, and we were WhatsApping, FaceTiming, whatever, and she said it made it look cute. So I thought, well, yeah, I'm totally just going to leave it as it is, because I thought he looked quite cute. So, like I said, they're just for me anyway. So we've got Glinda, Dorothy, and I say that he was called the Cowardly Lion, really, but I think he's not cowardly. He was brave in the end. So they're really happy with those. Nice little collection. Whoops. Put them there. And that is about it. I'm not sure whether I'll do a little character this week. I'll try and do one. I'm going to try and do one each week, but they do take, for some reason, they just take me ages to do. Whether it's because I'm trying to do them, I want to do them really carefully and nicely, but they do take me quite a while to do. But I do want to do the whole set. There's 9 and I've done 3, so 6 more to go. Yeah, so that's everything that I've worked on. Like I said, halfway through the week, I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't done anything. But all of a sudden, I seem to have done a little amount. So quite happy. You can only do what you can do, can't you? Well, the weather's dried up a little bit now. See, the rain's eased off, so let's hope it's not too bad. What have I got on this week? Have I got anything on? No, I think I'm going to see Dot. Hi, Dot. I think I'm going to go and see Dot on Tuesday. She's had family there, so over the weekend, so that's nice. It's nice for her to see the grandchildren and that, and her daughter. So, but of course they'll be back at school now, so I'll pop and see Dot on Tuesday. I don't think there's anything major coming up. I just want to try and catch up, and I'm getting a little bit more organised. I've been a bit, just lately, I will admit I have totally been a bit, I felt not even part of the human race, to be truthful. I felt like I was just a bystander watching the world go by. Oh, it's really not a very nice feeling, whenever you feel like that. But I don't really know, can't put my finger on why. But the lovely Dot gave me a nice little chat too. I'd got a book that I wanted to read because my sister's an author and she's wrote a book. I'll show you that next week. And I wanted to do a bit of reading, and Dot was suggesting that I go to bed and this is what I've been doing anyway. I've been going to bed at 9 o'clock. I've been reading for an hour and then going to sleep. And because I've got my CPAP machine, that's been a bit strange this week. It's halfway through the night, I felt like it was suffocating me, and I got a bit claustrophobic, and then it seemed to be leaking as if it wasn't sealed around my mouth properly, and I'm still getting used to it, but I think that the fact that I'm going to this sleeping routine and then I'm getting up earlier, which is nice, so I need to write lists of what to do during the day if I've got anything to do, and it seems to be working. It seems to be helping me out a lot. So I'll go and finish my cup of coffee and do my lists for today of what I want to get done or achieve. Not too much each day, just what's the matter, Minnie? Come on. Come on. Come on, Minnie. Minnie. Come on. Come on. Oh, you need to go and see your dad, don't you? Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Where's your dad? Where is he? You the daddy's girl, aren't you? That's what it is. She thinks he's gone somewhere without you, don't you? And she's panicking. You think Dad's gone somewhere, don't you? Without you. No, he hasn't gone anywhere. He hasn't gone anywhere. So, yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit back to normal. Just write me lists of what to do during the day. And, like, go to bed at the 9 o'clock. Have an hour's reading, which is brilliant because I'm getting the book finished. And I've got a lot of lovely books I want to read. And so, yeah, I'll be getting sorted out, hopefully. I'll be back on Friday for Festive Friday. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments, and hopefully a lot of you will crochet or knit or colour or diamond paint or embroider things that you want to work on for Christmas, just so it'll help you to get that project done for Christmas. If you've got presents that you want to get done for people, gifts or little all sorts of things you could do, really, couldn't you? You know, like I said, if you haven't seen that video, it's just the intro to it. So I got my little spinny wheel. The project I'm working on is my Yuletide blanket, so I'll see how far I can get with that this week. Before then I'll change and work on another project, and in them 12 weeks we'll get a good bit of progress done. That was the aim anyway. So I'll go now then and crack on with my day and try and get some productive stuff done. So whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, have a beautiful, beautiful, lovely day. Love each other, be kind to each other, and if you're on your own, just make a phone call to someone and just say hello, or just if you go out and about, just say hello, chat to people, and just spread the love wherever you can, because I think the world would be a beautiful place. So thank you for watching, and I will, if not before, I will see you again on Friday for Festive Friday. Love you all. Have a beautiful day and week. Bye.